There could be big money to be made in the silver sector. I'm not talking about just physical silver. We're going to talk about the junior silver mining stocks today, because they say if you want leverage to the price of gold, buy silver. If you want leverage to the price of silver, buy the silver miners. And if you want real leverage to the silver miners, buy the silver juniors, the explorers and the developers. Those are the companies, and there's just a few of them, that are out there exploring and developing silver deposits in the ground. We could be set up for a big explosion in the price of these junior silver developers and explorers. I'm going to tell you some very interesting reasons why in this video. Now, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Stocks are risky. Mining stocks are risky. Junior mining stocks are even riskier. So do your own diligence. Always be responsible. Talk to a registered financial advisor if that's what you need to do. But beware. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I think that we could be on the cusp of a very lucrative time for these junior silver mining companies. First thing we'll look at, I got a whole list to go through. Number one, we've yet to see the generalist investors come back into the gold and silver mining sector as a whole. They've come in a little bit. There's more interest than there was a year or two ago. But guys, when they come back, we've had such little interest investing in the mining sector. It's been like a ghost town for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, 10 years. Any of us who've been here, and I've been doing it for decades, can tell you, right? It's like a high school gymnasium full of people that are trading the stocks with each other. We aren't going to need a big number of people to come into the sector to make a massive impact. Okay, now when we talk about the junior silver development companies that are exploring and developing deposits of silver in the ground, there's even fewer of those. Okay, here's the reality. Over the last several decades, some people may say because of the suppression of the price of silver, there hasn't been a lot of profit being made in the silver mining sector. As a result, a lot of the silver miners were fighting to eke out even the smallest of profits. And as a result of that, think about it. They didn't have a lot of money to spend on exploring for new silver deposits in the ground. So we're coming on a situation where if we do continue, right, if everything continues along the same path that we're seeing right now in the silver sector, massive deficits, right, demand way outstripping supply for what, the last 5 years, and the price of silver corrects to the upside, suddenly everybody's going to want to get their hands on silver, but hardly anyone's been exploring for it or developing silver projects in the ground. Now, on top of that, consider that a lot of the world's silver comes from Mexico. And while there's some great companies out there that are able to mine silver in Mexico, by most accounts, it's become a little more challenging to run a mine in Mexico over the last 5 years. So the world's biggest silver producing country isn't exactly making it a conducive environment for companies to develop new projects. We're coming into a period of time where what we could see easily is huge demand for silver, but just not a pipeline of new projects to satisfy that demand. So the few companies that are out there, right, exploring for silver, developing these projects, could become very valuable. Now, again, I'm not giving financial advice, but I can tell you for years and years, some of the companies that I've owned, Dolly Varden Silver, Silver Mountain Resources, Suma Silver, which is now merging with Silver 47, and there's more. I'll try to think of them as I go along here, but there's even more things that we need to talk about as we look at this situation. Here's the cherry on top. That whole scenario that I laid out: increased demand for silver, a limited supply of silver development and exploration stage companies. When the silver price takes off, it will take, even if a bunch of new companies pop up out of the blue, right? They come out of the woodwork and say, oh, we're a silver explorer. We're a silver explorer. At best, it's going to take 5, in most cases, 10 years for them to go through the whole process of exploring, developing, getting permits, all that to have any real impact on the long-term silver supply. So I just feel like, and I wanted to share this with you, that we're going into this period of time that is so crazy conducive for the junior silver development stage and exploration stage companies. And we're starting to see, right, a little glimmer of hope on the institutional Western side when we're seeing that ETF flows for silver are going up and up and up. The other thing to remember as we think about this potential scenario, again, right, this is just the way I see it. These things are risky, absolutely. But if and when the silver price gets to $50, $60, $70 per ounce, think about this. The big silver miners, right, companies like First Majestic, will be printing money. All the silver mining companies, and even though there aren't a lot of them, there are enough that they will be making so much cash flow. Because when silver goes from $40 to $60, that additional $20 per ounce, almost all of that flows right to the bottom line and creates additional cash flow for these companies. They will be flush with cash and at the same time very interested in securing their future supply of silver, which one great option for them will be to look at the junior silver development and exploration stage companies. Now, you know, I also love physical silver, and I want to show you this 1 ounce round that I got from First Mint. I just talked about First Majestic Silver. First Mint is owned by First Majestic Silver. So First Majestic Silver mines the silver in Mexico, ships it to Las Vegas, Nevada. Look at that. That's the Las Vegas round. It's very, very cool. All right. First Mint in Las Vegas then creates these world-class silver bullion products. So what's unique about First Mint is the silver literally goes from the mine to the mint directly to you. There's no COMEX. There's no LBMA involved. You can learn more about them at firstmint.com. They do have a discount code, which is VIPRB. Great prices, great selection, and a company that you can trust. Also, want to say thanks. We talked a lot about the silver development and exploration stage companies, but a lot of the same concepts are true on the gold side as well. And one company that I really like and sponsors my channel is First Mining Gold. They're a Canadian gold development stage company. They've got 2 massive projects, Du Parquet in Quebec and Springpole in Ontario. Gold in the ground in Canada. You can learn a lot more about them at firstmininggold.com. Look, mining stocks are risky. All stocks are risky. Do your own due diligence. But what I see in that area right now is an unbelievable value opportunity. I've been wrong before in the past, but I've also been right. And when I look at the opportunity that we're looking at right now, and when I look at the big picture for the silver price and the gold price, I'm very excited about what we could be seeing coming down the road. Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks for joining me here in the basement. Okay. This is not possible without you, without your participation. We love to talk about gold and silver. I want you to come back. We're still running that special free subscriptions. All you got to do is press that subscribe button. If you don't agree with me, and trust me, there'll be plenty of people who don't, go read the comments below or leave a comment for yourself. We always want to hear from you and learn from you. Most important, be well, and I'll see you soon.